Okay, right, I'm back on the Mary Beam, one of my favourite engines. I've always thought ever since I started in with the model steam engines that the Beam engines always look the best. They always, especially once you get them going, the movement. And this Mary engine is quite something. It just looks a bit. I mean, I've had a couple of Stewarts, but this looks more ornate, more 1800s, 4 columns. When I got this, it wasn't running, it wasn't painted, it had quite a lot of leaks, so I managed to get it running on air quite quickly, but you know what it's like, everything runs on air. What separates the boys, the men from the boys, is getting them running on steam without leaks. And I've got there now. It took a bit of time. I've had to I always have to make sure there's a full bottle, because the burner, you can hear the burner now. It needs a bit of a decent amount of heat to get it going. I don't think this has ever really been run, because I know once they're running, they will run on really low pressure, and this it starts on about 15 psi, so it's not very high. I've seen videos of them running on 6 or 7 psi, but that's generally when they've been running. So yeah, so I've painted I didn't paint everything. I wanted some things to look period, so I left the columns. I've seen some of them where everything's been painted. I think it's a bit over the top. So I didn't paint. I've seen these where they paint the top of the flywheel, and it looks really nice polished. So I've fired the burner up already. This is quite a really good setup. I mean, you've got a water tank for refilling the boiler. There's the pump. There's me your glass. It's jumping up and down, so you can see there's some action going on there. Originally, the pressure gauge was round here, out the way, facing the other way, and I was going to turn the whole thing around so I can see the burner. But I don't really need to see the burner, I need to see the pressure gauge. So all I did was pull the pipe round and just face the pressure gauge the other way, to save lifting up, changing all the pipe work. The pipe work's all nice and neat and tidy, and there's no leaks. You get a tiny little bit of leak coming from the pump, so I think there's it's got a pressure non-return valve. I don't think that's working properly. I might get a new one of these pumps. I've had it apart, I've had it in the sonic bath, I've cleaned it all up, put it back, but it's still, you can still see a little bit of leak. It's got an oil, a decent oiler. That's got oil in it. Yeah, so, and that the exhaust comes out, goes through like a spiral copper pipe, then back into this condensation tank. But what it does, it heats up the water right now. So I think we're actually coming up near pressure now. It's probably got a little bit of condensation in there. It's a little bit of a, it's got a drain. Right, so that should have done that. It's got rid of a bit of water. Otherwise you get a lock. There we go. It's coming up to pressure, but there we go. Look at that. Doesn't it look something? It really looks the part. It's a lovely model. I think having it, you probably can't see probably in the light. I could do with a bit light, but I think with a little bit of paint on it, it sets it off better. But look at that. I love this I love the Watts linkage. What an invention that was. Game changer back in the day. But what a beautiful machine. Now this one's a keeper. It's quite old. It's quite old. I think it's at least 50 years old. But it's so graceful. So graceful. What a beautiful machine. This is a display piece, really. It is a display piece. You go to these steam fairs, and this is the sort of thing they have on display. And I've never done a display or a stand, but I'm tempted. I've got some nice machines now. This took a long time to build up, but you know, something like that. My Marklin. I've got a couple of big Marklins. I've got me Walesko D32. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a display. Look at that, no noises. Runs silent, no knocks. I've heard some of them knocking. Well, what a beautiful model. Wants running a bit now, so it runs in. It absolutely runs beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely runs beautifully. I haven't really got a favourite machine, because some of them are good in different ways. Oh, that's got a leak. That tap is not quite. Got to work on this tap, because it leaks. It shouldn't do that. But yeah, what a lovely model. Yeah, I haven't got a favourite machine. You know, I've got some really nice machines, and they're all really good in different ways. Like that little Whedon 1890. Now that's, you know, that's a tiny little thing compared to this, but it still is quite special. Then you've got my Marklin, which is the 16051. It's virtually brand new. They're all good in their different ways, but this, I don't know, this really does stand out. Let's try and turn that down. Try and turn the gas down a bit so you can hear it. This stands out because it's a replica. You know, it's like a replica based on the originals. Look at that. I don't know if I turn that down, it will make it stop. It is definitely slowing down. What a beauty though, eh? Oh, a little gearing down there. I think I might have turned that down a little bit too much. It does like a bit of heat. That pressure's dropping on the gauge, I can see it. Can you hear my neighbours? RAF Typhoon. Out practicing. Hear it? It's raining today. What I'm going to do one time is I'll do a video and show you the RAF flying their Typhoons, because occasionally they do a display. They have an open day for the families, and when they have the open day, they do quite a display, and that Typhoon is something to watch. It's not just that. When they do a display here, you've got the Spitfires. No Lancaster this year because it's in for repairs. Trying to get this burner just right. Because of the noise, it's noisy. Water's getting a bit low, so it needs pumping up. That pump works. You can see that coming up already. Look at that. It's really good. It's made the pressure drop a little bit, because even though that water is hot, it cools the tank down. That's why she stopped. Cools the tank down. I think the pressure's dropped a tiny bit, but that won't take long to get going again. It's just because I put some fresh water in, which is a little bit cooler than what we needed. And there she goes again. Anyway guys, I hope you like this one. Quite a special machine, this one. And like I say, I had leaks, silent running, I had leaks, it wasn't painted, and I had to adjust quite a few little bits of sort of leaks out. I had water gushing from this pump, but what it was, the two relief valves in there were stuck, so I had to take it apart, release the valve, release the ball bearings, and put them back. But still, there's a little bit of leak there. But anyway, I hope you like that one, guys. She's a beautiful machine, and yeah, definitely at the top of the tree for my models. I'll leave it there, guys. Cheers.